Alright, welcome to bonus segment number 24 of Eugene's birthday special. And it's time to play Jeopardy for the Xbox 360. Let's see if we can win a bundle this game, shall we? Let's do this.
This is Jeopardy!
For the Xbox 360.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Here we go.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. From the Latin, a Herculean effort. States of the Union. I beg your pardon. Leonard Maltin's favorite films. And birth and death.
Birth and death 200.
Player 1, the number one cause of death in the United States isn't cancer, but disease of this organ.
What is the heart?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are.
Could I have birth and death for 400, please?
A cuneiform tablet dating to 2000 BC is the first known reference to the type of birth associated with this Roman leader.
Who is Julius Caesar?
It's Player 1.
I'll take birth and death for 600, please.
So the death in Venice is from this waterborne disease that has caused several pandemics.
Waterborne disease. What is... I'll say, what is cholera?
Correct.
We'll go with birth and death for 800, please.
Louise Brown, the first baby conceived as the result of in vitro fertilization, was born in this decade. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is the 1960s? No. Oh boy.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
So we'll give $800 to Whammy Incorporated. And alive. Alright. Was it the 1970s?
Here's the correct response. The 1970s.
Alright. Gotcha.
Player 1. For 2011, the 10 highest fertility rates were in countries on this continent.
What is Africa?
Player 1. Good.
Okay, good. Africa.
Select again.
I will take from the Latin for 200, please.
This type of sphere with a map of the Earth depicted on it has a name from the Latin for sphere.
What is a hemisphere?
It's Player 1.
Globe, rather?
That is correct.
Okay. Let's have from the Latin for 400, please.
This kind of book is quite handy. Its name comes from the Latin for hand.
This kind of book is quite handy. Its name comes from the Latin for
Okay,
hand.
Player 1.
What is a manual?
Good.
From the Latin for 600, please.
And here's Kelly.
A non-structural embellishment at the end of a calligraphic letter is called one of these, from the Latin for flower.
Okay, Player 1.
What is floret?
No.
Yeah. Let's put another $600 in Whammy Incorporated Bank. They're now profiting $1,400, which I think is how much I have right now. Or is it flourish? Is it flourish?
Here's what we wanted. Flourish.
Flourish, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh well.
The name of this fin on a shark's back comes from the Latin for back.
What is a dorsal?
Player 1. Good for you.
There we go. From the Latin for 1,000.
Texas A&M's Coastal Engineering Lab studies the coastal type of this, from the Latin for to gnaw.
So for the Latin
It's
to
player
gnaw.
one.
What is erosion?
That's right.
There we go.
Player one, you
A
pick
Herculean
again,
effort for
please.
200
This
plays.
wife of Zeus sent 2 serpents to kill Hercules as a baby. He strangled them.
Who is Hera?
It's player one. That's correct.
Herculean effort 400.
You get here, sir.
As one of his labors, Hercules had to dog-nap this 3-headed beast from Hades.
Who is Cerberus?
Player one. That's
Herculean effort for 600 plays.
Hercules joined this husband of Medea for a journey aboard the Argo.
Who is Jason?
Player one.
Herculean effort 800.
Hercules literally took the weight of the world off his shoulders when he needed help with some golden apples.
Who is Atlas?
Let's hear it, player one.
Herculean effort 1,000.
Hercules had to wrestle with one of these creatures that fathered the Minotaur.
Hercules had to wrestle with one of these creatures that fathered
Yes,
the
player
Minotaur.
one.
What is a lion?
That's not it.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a
And we will add
response?
another $1,000 to Whammy Incorporated's bank. They're now profiting $2,400. Is it a bear?
Here's the correct response. A bull.
It's a bull, so I would have been wrong either way. I beg your pardon for
You
200.
get to pick again. Gerald Ford issued 382 pardons, but the one issued to this man in 1974 is said to have cost Ford the 1976 election.
Who is Richard Nixon?
Okay, player one.
I beg your pardon for 400.
In 1994, he was pardoned for leading a coup versus the president of Venezuela. By 1999, he was the president. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Hugo Chavez? I beg your pardon for 600.
In 2001, she was pardoned for a 1974 armed bank robbery and for using a firearm during a felony.
Who is Patty Hearst?
Let's hear it, player one.
I beg your pardon for 800, please.
The Wall Street Journal wanted an immediate pardon for him after his perjury conviction in the Valerie Blame case. Yes, player one?
Who is Scott McClellan?
No, sorry.
He's not the one.
Any other takers?
So here comes another $800 to Whammy Inc. They're now profiting $3,200.
We're talking about Scooter Libby.
Oh, Scooter Libby. All right.
Player one. The Secretary of Defense was pardoned for his role in Iran-Contra. Okay, player one.
I will say who is Casper Weinberger. Leonard Maltin's favorite film is 200.
Player one. This World War II classic set in war-torn Morocco is his candidate for the best Hollywood movie of all time.
What is Casablanca?
Let's hear it, player one. Right you are.
Leonard Maltin's favorite film is 400.
Player one. This Scorsese film is about a boxer whose leading opponent outside the ring was always himself.
What is Raging Bull?
Let's hear it, player one. Yes.
Could we have 600 Leonard Maltin's favorite films?
You again. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
Shots of Jupiter and its moons figure prominently in this director's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which Maltin called a unique masterpiece.
Who is Stanley Kubrick?
It's player one. Yep.
Leonard Maltin's favorite films for 800, please.
You again, player one. David Lean's 1946 British film of This Dickens Tale is a real pip, and the opening graveyard sequence is a gem.
What is Great Expectations?
Okay, player one.
Leonard Maltin's favorite film, 1000.
Please. Debbie Reynolds was a teenager when she tapped up a storm in this 1952 film. Perhaps the best movie musical ever made.
What is Singing in the Rain?
Player one.
Alright.
You get to pick it, and I'll hand it off to Sarah.
This state's flag, featuring the Big Dipper, was designed by a 13-year-old Aleut boy.
What is Alaska?
Yes, player one.
It's 400.
You get with a population of about 120,000. Columbia is this state's most populous city.
What is South Carolina?
Player one. You are correct. You again. It's the Daily Double. You are correct. Okay, here is the clue. Mississippi and it have the shortest coasts on the Gulf of Mexico, only about 50 miles apiece.
What's Alabama?
Player, this state has the highest average altitude of any state east of the Mississippi. Must be pretty mountainous.
What is West Virginia?
Let's hear it, player one. And the last clue for $1,000. Tears were shed when the Teddy Bear Museum in Naples in this state closed its doors forever in 2005.
What's Florida?
Yes, player one.
$20,200 at the end of the Jeopardy round.
Player two, you're going first in Double Jeopardy.
All right.
It is great. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting players. Language Lab. What can Brown do for you? The gall of that guy. Sitcom supporting characters. 19th century literature. And Arctic animals.
All right.
Where do we begin, player two?
The gall of that guy.
De Gaulle's June 18, 1940 broadcast in this city asking for France's leadership led to a death sentence in a French court.
What is...
Okay, player one.
Well, Paris. No. Son of a biscuit.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
$3,600 is now what Whammy Inc. is getting this game. Is it London?
Here's what we were looking for. London.
Oh, well.
De Gaulle wanted a small mobile army versus static theories like this defensive line named for a minister of war. It's player one.
What is the Maginot Line? All right.
Charles de Gaulle fought in this February to July 1916 battle, in which the Germans did not pass. Let's hear it, player one.
What is, Verdun?
Good.
All right.
In 1965, de Gaulle won the presidency by defeating this socialist, later France's leader from 1981 to 1995. Let's hear it, player one.
I'm going to say who is Francois Mitterrand. Yay!
Player one. In 1925, de Gaulle was promoted to the staff of the Supreme War Council by this marshal. It's player one.
Who is Pierre Laval?
Sorry.
No.
That's right. Any other takers?
Another $2,000. Now they're getting $5,600. All right.
Okay, player two.
Is it Henri Philippe?
Nice one.
He's the one. All right.
Player two, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? Most languages of Western Europe get their words for read and write from this language's legere and scribere.
Legere and scribere?
Yes, player one.
What is Latin?
Yes.
All right. Language Lab 800, please.
Player one, Deutsch, is the modern standard form of this language.
What is German?
Player one. Good.
Language Lab 1200, please.
You get... Answer.
Let's do it.
You are in the lead, and the Daily Double clue. The pinyin system for writing this language in the English alphabet was officially adopted January 1st,
Opinions is the primary
1979.
language in the English alphabet. I will say what is, I'll say what's Chinese.
That should be further ahead. You again in French. Hier Henri m'aimait. Yesterday Henry loved me is an example of this flawed past tense. Player one.
What is, imperative? No. $1,600.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
And it's all going to Whammy Incorporated. Is it passive?
The correct response is the imperfect.
Oh, imperfect. Alright, that's alright.
Player one is high, also known as Ancrethan Ethan, fought to preserve this language and founded a league of the same name. Player one.
What is Gallic?
Yes.
Yay! Arctic animals foreign breeds.
This large bee of the genus Bombus can range from Tierra del Fuego in South America to far beyond the Arctic Circle.
What is the bumblebee?
Let's hear it, Player one. Good for you.
Arctic animals 800.
Selecting in Uncle Tom's cabin, St. Clair, Tom's master is killed. Tom is then sold to this brutal, drunken planter.
I did not mean to pick that clue. It's okay.
Yes, Player one.
Who is, 7 3?
Right.
Let's go back to Arctic animals for 800, please.
Player one, back to you for our... All right, here with the clue is Sarah.
Polar bears are well equipped for Arctic weather. Not only do they have thick fur and a layer of insulating fat, but their skin is this color, which helps it absorb the sun's rays.
Let's hear it, Player one.
What is white? No.
That's incorrect. Any other takers?
Biscuit. Now they're getting $8,000 at Whammy Incorporated.
Let's hear it, Player three.
Not pink.
That's right. Any other
You know what it
takers?
is.
Let's hear it, Player two.
Black, yeah.
Yes.
No. Alright.
Player two, make a selection, please, as we continue. Alaska pipelines were constructed so as to allow this Arctic deer unimpeded passage to feeding grounds.
What is, caribou?
Let's hear it, Player one. Yes. Greenland right whales have the longest of these thin plates of any whale. They may reach 13 feet. Yes, Player one.
What is, the cuttlebone? No. Darn.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct
There's
response?
another $1,600. Now they're getting $10,400.
Here's the correct response. Baleen.
I wanted to go with that, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Select. As fall turns to winter, the Arctic this, A. lagopus, produces less pigment and changes from brown to white. Okay, Player one.
What is hair?
That's not it.
Darn!
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Tricky.
It's Player two.
Ermine, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's wrong too.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
14,000.
Yes, Player three. All right. Great, you're back into it now.
Yay.
Player three, where do we start? He was Britain's Prime Minister from 2007 to 2010. Yes, Player one.
Who is Tony Brown?
Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Money, money, money.
Here's what we wanted. Gordon Brown.
Oh, Gordon Brown. All right.
Player three, pick again. On December 2nd, 1859, this militant abolitionist was hanged for treason.
Who is John Brown?
Let's hear it, Player one.
All right.
Player 1.
6,000.
The second daily double. And remember, now, how much are you going to wager, player 1? Here is your clue. With his 12,313th rushing yard, he passed Jim Brown on the all-time NFL rushing list in 1984.
Who is Walter Payton?
You have maintained
All right.
the lead.
Could have gotten more, but I wanted to.
Player 1. GK in the name of this Father Brown creator stood for Gilbert Keith. Player 1.
Who is Chesterton?
That's it.
Yay.
Player Harold Brown was this president's Secretary of Defense. Player 1.
Who is Calvin Coolidge? No.
Any other takers?
$4.
Here's the correct response. Jimmy Carter.
Oh, Jimmy Carter. All right.
Player 1, you pick again, please. You'll find whaleboats not only in his masterpiece, but also in his story Benito Sereno and his novel Mardi.
Who is Herman Melville?
It's player 1. Yes.
There we go. Now we're getting back on track.
Player 1. In Pedro Antonio de Alarcon's The Three-Cornered This, a miller thinks his wife is having an affair with the mayor.
What's a table?
Yes, player 1. Sorry.
Dang it.
Anyone else?
Let's add $1,200 more. Now Whammy Inc. gets $18,000. That's a lot of money.
Here's what we wanted. Hat.
Oh, three-quarter hat. All right.
So the last name of the title character of this Thomas Hardy novel is actually Derbyfield. It's player 1.
What is Mayor of Casterbridge?
Nope. Sorry.
Losing money.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
$19,600 going to Whammy Incorporated.
It's player 2.
Test of the Duberville?
That's correct.
Yeah, alright. Alright.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 2. Make us for 14 years, the Abbe Faria was his fellow prisoner in the Chateau d'If. Player 1?
Who is, Jean Valjean?
No, that's not right. Anyone else?
Now Whammy Inc. is giving over $21,000.
Here's what we were looking for. Edmond Dantes.
Alright.
Player 2. Choose again. Rock me, Ann B. Davis. Ms. D played housekeeper Alice Nelson on this sitcom from 1969 to 1974.
What is the Brady Bunch?
Okay, player 1. Good. A lot of clues. On this sitcom, Oscar Nunez is Oscar, Creed Bratton is Creed, Angela Kinsey is Angela, and Rainn Wilson is Dwight. It's player 1.
What is The Office?
Yes. Player 1. This sitcom's Niles. I have a session with my multiple personality.
What is Frasier?
Okay, player 1. That is correct. We were one of the many supporting folks on this animated show. Student Ralph Wiggum said, "Me fail English? That's impossible."
What is The Simpsons?
Okay, player 1. Correct. And the last clue for $2,000. Randy, Crabman, and Willie, the one-eyed mailman, supported this NBC show. Yes, player 1?
I'm gonna say, what is My Name is Earl?
You got it.
Alright, so everybody's eligible for Final Jeopardy.
Congratulations to all of you. You'll be continuing on to Final Jeopardy when we come back. We're back. The category for Final Jeopardy today is Show business.
All right.
So, what's your
23,800.
All right, players, this is what it comes down to. Here is the final Jeopardy clue. The wings on this, created in 1948, represent the muse of art. The atom represents the electron of science.
I will say, what is the Tony Award?
And your response?
The Emmy Award?
How much do you have to Tony without the correct response?
Oh well.
And your response?
The Emmy Award, yeah.
How much do you have to Tony without the correct
She stays at
response?
2,400. All right.
What did you say?
Tony Award.
And that will lose you.
23,800. So Eugene gets 27,000.
Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion.
All right.
Good game.
Whammy Inc. 45,400. I'll see you all for the next segment after this.